Greetings, royal family. Welcome back. Hope you're having a fantastic week so far. You read the title, These Darn Basketball Wives. Let's get straight into it. So, the hypocrisy, you know what I mean, in this episode was really annoying, right? So we see Jen and Evelyn, they make up. The ladies are eating. Evelyn lets Malaysia know that Jen did apologize. She admitted to saying some things. Malaysia was flabbergasted. Remember, Malaysia and Jennifer are still on the outs because Jennifer tried to make it seem like Malaysia was a part of this plan or this rumor about Evelyn and Shaq. You remember that was like last season. This episode was really missing Tammy because I wanted Tammy to speak up. I know Tammy would have spoken up about like certain things that these ladies were trying to like backpedal with and sweep under the rug. And I wasn't feeling it. I totally was not feeling it. But anyway, so that's that with Evelyn and Jennifer. Now, in reference to OG, right? Let me tell you what I'm not feeling. And these ladies are trying to, Shawnee, and they're trying to make it seem like OG is so aggressive that she just comes out the gate and, no one bothers her and she's just a bully. And I'm not feeling that. Like when Shawnee kind of like said that OG is very aggressive and doesn't warrant all of that fighting, it's real interesting that OG has yet to throw a drink on someone. OG has yet to take off her shoes and run across the table to try to attack someone. OG has yet to jump up in anyone's face. And OG has yet to pick up a glass wine bottle, and throw it at anyone. Yet she is being slammed with this title as aggressive, angry, Tasmanian devil. I was so disgusted when Shawnee referred to OG as a Tasmanian devil. Your homegirl Evelyn has done all of the aforementioned aggressive things, and aggressive and Evelyn are not used in the same sentence, at least not by Shawnee anyway. Let me tell you what I think. I think that OG has attended and graduated from Tammy Roman University, and she's not putting up with the bullying. You know what I mean? She's not putting up with you ladies shaming her about her fashions, talking about her physical appearance. And you guys don't like that. And what I mean by OG going to Tammy Roman University, Tammy has been in that girl's ear. I know that Tammy's probably sat her down and said, look, don't let them bully you. You need to stick up for yourself. You need to stand up for yourself. Miss Jackie Christie, didn't Tammy tell you that you were phony for not sticking up for OG when Kristen and OG got into it? Didn't she tell you that? Here we are again. When OG confronted Febe about her corny little song, to which she mentioned, made reference to, chicks wearing fake clothes and things like that, which was a shot that she admitted herself. Febe admitted this in episodes ago, that she put that line in her song about OG, right? So when OG decides to confront Febe about it, and Febe is backpedaling and acting like she doesn't know what OG is talking about, Jackie, you sat there and said nothing. Jackie, Evelyn, and Malaysia, all three of you were present when you guys were shopping, when Febe said what she said about OG. Because of Evelyn. This all started because of Evelyn. Because Evelyn decided to do her little investigation on the authenticity of a shirt that OG was wearing that she put up on Instagram. Right? To which now Evelyn passes that information about the fake Louis Vuitton shirt over to Febe, which gave Febe ammunition or information to basically incorporate this in her whack little song. Right? Malaysia, at that meeting when they were all shopping, y'all remember? Malaysia said, those are fighting words. What did Febe say? She basically says she's not scared of OG. And if she tries to fight her, that'll be the last time she'll fight anyone. Like, she's tough. Fast forward now, because Jen pulled OG aside and let her know, look, You know, we're all going to be watching this video, whatever. I'm going to let you know what's going on because I know what it's like to be ganged up on and blindsided. To be honest with you, I see nothing wrong with that. I see nothing wrong with that. It was quite brave of Jennifer to put her neck out there, considering that she just had this whole, you know, fiasco and altercation and all this drama with Evelyn. I don't see anything wrong with Jen warning her, giving her a warning. So OG confronts her before they watch the little whack video. OG confronts her. Febe's backpedaling. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. You know, Febe called you to the carpet. She called you out and she basically said, look, what's up? Let's shoot the fade. You're from New York. I'm from LA. What's good? You know, I could kill you with my bare hands, but I'm not even going to do that. You know what I mean? And I think that OG did that to kind of like ruffle some feathers or whatever. And she has every right to be ticked off. All of a sudden now, Kristen's like, oh, angry Spice, I need to step back. And Shawnee's like, oh my God, she's like a Tasmanian devil. She's so aggressive. And Shawnee dips. No one said anything when Febe lied and said that, no, that song wasn't about you, but it fits. So now where's all that tough talk? Where's Big Bad Febe at? Where's she? Anyone seen her? OG basically said, whatever, girl, I don't believe you. But I think it was good for you to be called out in front of everyone. Evelyn, you said nothing. Jackie, you said nothing. Shawnee wasn't there, so Shawnee didn't have anything to say. Kristen wasn't there at the time when they were shopping, when Febe said, you know, what she said about her little dish song. But Evelyn, you were there. And this is because of you. You are the one that gave Febe this information about her shirt being fake. And you said nothing, which kills me. And, you know, I knew that they were going to do this. I knew they were going to paint OG out to be this, wild, aggressive, you know what I mean, woman or what have you. And I don't like it. You guys have said derogatory things about her boyfriend. You know, it looks like next episode, Evelyn is going to say something derogatory about her boyfriend's sexuality. Talking about, oh, that's why you don't have a ring. So you guys kill me when you say certain things to people and think that they're not going to jump up, you know what I mean, in your face and call you on it. I don't like the fact that they're painting OG out to be the aggressor. I don't like it. No one said anything to Febe. Like I said, Evelyn has been extremely violent and aggressive. And even after the incident with throwing the water or drink or whatever in Jen's face, Jen was sitting down. Jen didn't get up in her face. You know what I mean? You want to be able to bully Jen, you know, and she allows you to get away with it. And no one used the word aggressive and Evelyn in the same sentence. And I'm not feeling it. I'm totally not feeling this picture that you guys are trying to paint of OG. When they were sitting at the dinner table, when they were all eating, and OG was praying, you know, in her native tongue, you know, and just the faces that Shawnee was making. Everyone was making these faces, you know, and I really hate that because OG is of Nigerian descent, right? And she is praying in her native tongue, and you guys are looking at her. You black women are looking at her as if something is wrong with her. Like, what is she? Did you say Jackie Christie? You know, really juvenile, really, really ignorant, you know what I mean? And really, you know, insensitive as far as her culture is concerned. Like, I wasn't feeling that, like, at all. And Shawnee, I don't know what your objective is, but you've proven over several seasons that you are phony. And please, you did the same thing to Brandy, which is Malaysia's friend. She wasn't backing down from you. She called you on you being phony, hence why she's not on the show anymore. So you don't like anyone that stands up to you. Everyone has to kiss your behind. And I feel like you ladies have bullied OG before. You make fun. You did the same thing to Tammy. When Tammy first came on the show, Evelyn and Shawnee talked about her fashions, talked about this, talked about how her physical appearance was this and was that. And now look at Tammy. Tammy didn't sit. She gave you guys a chance. She tried. She didn't sit around and let you guys talk about her, you know. And look at her now. She wants nothing to do with you guys. This trip was really missing Tammy Roman because she would have called everybody out on their BS. And Evelyn, they were sitting at the table, right? And OG decides to confront Malaysia. Like, she just asked Malaysia. And you know, Evelyn, I think Evelyn was the one that says, you know, or Shawnee was the one that said, this is not the right time. Why isn't it the right time? It's the perfect time. Everybody is sitting around. Everybody's at the table. So if there's an issue that needs to be addressed, why is it that OG can't express herself? When you guys went out to dinner and Evelyn addressed Jennifer, no one said, oh, this is not the right time. They should do this privately. No, of course not. Of course they didn't. I don't like it. You know, Malaysia tried to be passive aggressive because Malaysia's whole thing is just like, whatever. She just doesn't want to be bothered. But no, you cannot not be bothered because you're going around interviewing Byron, asking Byron this, taking false information to Byron, Malaysia, bringing back false information to Kristen. You know, this whole weaponizing the information about, you know, Thomas being Byron's biological son. No, OG has never said that, oh yeah, Byron gave me permission to say this. You making that up. So now don't want to back out now and not be bothered, Malaysia. Come on now. Like, really? I'm telling you, I'm starting to look at all of you guys. You guys are a bunch of weirdos. Like, real talk, you guys are a bunch of weirdos. And I'm still not feeling the fact that everybody is trying to make OG out to be this, oh my God, this angry person. You know, OG said at the table, well, Kristen, you know, I guess we're fair, in reference to Kristen being derogatory toward, you know, OG not having kids, not being married, and making derogatory comments about her boyfriend. And then she fired back. You know, what OG said was basically a dart she threw at Kristen, because Kristen walks around and acts like she's basketball royalty. And she just, you know, knocked her down a couple of pegs and said, how are you royalty and you talking about how I dress when you used to borrow Cece's clothes? You're not even basketball royalty because, you know, Thomas is not Byron's biological son. So, and yes, we know that Cece gave you that information. And do I believe that Cece gave her that information because she was secretly hoping that OG would say something? Yes, I do. Because why would you say anything? You know, Evelyn starts to tell OG, you know, you should just stay out of family business. That information was given to you. You should have never repeated it. Really, Evelyn? So what about the time when you were in heavy communication with Jackie Christie's daughter? Jackie Christie's daughter, I forgot, Takari. Takari decides to write a book, right, outing her mother. And she just so happened to give Evelyn a copy of the manuscript. And Evelyn called and gathered and had a ponderosa without Jackie's knowledge and without Jackie being present. And you sat around with the ladies and read the book. That's not staying out of family business. If Takari gave you the book, you should have rejected it. Right? Based on what you're telling OG that she should have done. You should have rejected reading the book. Or if you even got the book in your possession, you should have read it privately and kept that information to yourself. So miss me with that, Evelyn. You are two-faced just like Shawnee. What else happened? They saw the whack video from Febe. It was corny. Febe, you need not speak for the remainder of the season. You need not speak for the remainder of the season because you just got called out. And I'm glad that OG did it in front of everybody. In front of everybody. Shawnee had nothing to say. Evelyn surprisingly had nothing to say when this was all, that whole situation was all because of her doing and information passing along and stuff like that. What else happened? Dominique went out with Malaysia, OG, Jackie, Shawnee, Evelyn was there too or whatever. They went like go-kart riding or what have you. And then they sat down and they had lunch and stuff like that. And, you know, no, Malaysia wasn't there. They were like, you know, they were talking. And of course, everybody got annoyed when OG started talking about how she wants to sit down and speak with Malaysia and iron out their situation. And of course, OG's expressing herself, you know, and Evelyn's getting annoyed and everyone's getting all tense and stuff. OG, let me tell you something. You need to realize those girls are not your friends. And I think that you need to disassociate yourself. I see that you were getting plenty of camera time this episode. And I'm not mad at you. But you need to disassociate yourself because they're just using you. You're like a jester to them. You know what I mean? Like they're trying to like play you. So I feel that she's sticking up for herself. I'm here for it. I am here for OG sticking up for herself because it's just whack. Like it's just so whack. Like why would you invite someone on a trip just to like clown them? You know what I mean? Like, you need somebody to clown. That's how Evelyn and Shawnee are. Y'all need somebody to clown. You know what I mean? So you can feel better about yourself. Whatever. So Dominique goes back to Jen and talks to Jen and lets her know, like, oh, you know, I had a conversation with Malaysia and they're cool and stuff like that. And, you know, Jen feels like that both her and Malaysia should apologize to each other. Of course, Shawnee has her opinion, right? Shawnee feels that Malaysia is only 5%. 5% of her is entitled to or should apologize to Jen for throwing the table. And the majority of the blame is to be on Jennifer. Wait, huh? I'm confused, Shawnee. Shawnee, you've been confusing me this entire episode. You've been confusing me this entire episode. So you're justifying the fact that Malaysia picked up a metal table and threw it at Jennifer because she was angry because of what Jennifer said. But you are not okay with OG confronting Febe and telling her that she will shoot the fade with her and she could kill her with her bare hands, but she's not going to do that. That's not okay. Whatever, Shawnee. Whatever. So Malaysia's whole thing is this. She is not ready to, you know, hold hands and sing Kumbaya with Jen. She's totally entitled to that. You know, she's happy about the fact that Evelyn and Jennifer ironed out their situation. But Malaysia does not believe that Jennifer is genuine, and she doesn't believe that she's changed, which is what she told her friend, you know, Dominique, Jen's friend Dominique. So Malaysia's just like, look, you know, I can understand that she wants me to apologize for throwing the table, because a part of me, I was ashamed of that. And then there's another part of me that wasn't ashamed about that because, you know, she tried to make up a lie and make it seem as though I had something to do with this plan or this rumor or what have you. And Malaysia is entitled to feel how she wants. I feel like this. If you have nothing for somebody, like this whole Jennifer and Malaysia thing, I don't think that it's wrong that they don't speak. Like, you don't have to speak to everybody. Like, people think because, you know, you talk or you apologize, some people think this way, that you have to rekindle the same relationship. Like, Malaysia said, I did agree with her, like, you know, we ignore each other. Like, I want her to ignore me. I'm perfectly fine walking into a room and we don't speak because there's no, you know, rolling eyes from across the room. There's no bumping into each other accidentally. You know how petty girls can be. Petty people can be petty. They'll bump into you, or they'll roll their eyes, or they'll just be petty just to get your attention. There's none of that between Jennifer and Malaysia. So if Malaysia chooses not to have a conversation or accept an apology, give an apology, rekindle a friendship with Jennifer, I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. Personally, if I know I don't have anything for anyone and someone doesn't have anything for me, I don't need closure. Like, especially if I know that you've committed some sort of offense, you know, you're well aware of what you've done, and we don't need to sit down and have closure. You don't speak to me, I will speak to you. It's okay. Like, a lot of people feel like they have to hash certain things out. No, not necessarily. It's not like Evelyn and Jennifer. They've been friends for almost 20 years. So I can understand them needing to hash things out. But listen, if I'm cordial with you, and you're cordial with me, and there's no static, and there's no stress, and there's no petty foolishness, I can pass you, you can pass me without either one of us batting an eye. That's okay. I would rather it be that way. All the fake and phony, oh, hi. If you don't want to speak to me, don't. It's okay. Life will go on. So next week, Evelyn is supposed to be, you know, rearing her ugly head. I see that she's like going off on somebody. I think it is OG that she's going off on. I just don't understand why Evelyn is so angry with OG, but she won't buck up at her. Like, when she was sitting at the table, she was just talking so calmly and so, you know, respectful. Why won't you buck up at OG since you feel so strongly about her, you know, revealing this information or what have you? So, I mean, Byron, Cece, and OG, they sat down. Let me tell you something. What needs to happen is Byron needs to sit everybody down, and he needs to be held accountable for the things that he's saying. He's telling Malaysia one thing, then Malaysia's going back saying something else. He's telling Kristen one thing. Not Kristen. He's telling Cece one thing. Telling Malaysia something else. Like, honestly, like he said, everybody is guilty, and that includes you too, Byron, because, you know, the lines are a little bit blurred. You know what I mean? You leave out 1 or 2 words in a sentence, and it can have a completely different meaning. So, you know, you just straight up told OG that you didn't say anything about an ammunition when Cece just confronted you about that, and when Malaysia confronted you about that. So you're leaving stuff out. I just really feel that you really do not like Kristen. It's evident. It's okay to say that. But Byron seems to be like, he doesn't want to be bothered with this. You know, he would love for his kids to be at his wedding, but he's not going to allow anyone to disrespect Cece. So I don't know. It seems like you have Cece's back more so than you do your children. And yes, your children are adults, but I think that a conversation should have been had. And Byron, you are the adult. These are your children. So you should have been the one to spearhead that conversation. Royal family, that's all I got as far as Basketball Wives is concerned. So we'll be back next week and we'll get into the shenanigans. Be sure to like this video if you like it. Make sure you comment. Tell me what you think about OG. What do you think about Evelyn trying to act like she's Mother Teresa? Comment about Febe. How did you guys feel when Febe basically was as quiet as a church mouse? And, you know, she kind of backpedaled. She wasn't as tough as she was when the ladies went shopping, when she decided to make a song or incorporate lyrics into her rap about OG. That is all Evelyn's fault. All of that is straight up Evelyn's fault. But Royal family, yeah, that's it. So I'll be back next week. I love you for watching. And as always, until next time, peace.